guys, welcome back to the drawing board. You got myself, Hannah.
Sorry.
It's Natalie.
Josh.
Hey guys, I hope you are doing well. Today we are going to be exploring the topics of colorism and tokenism. These are very dear to my heart, being a dark-skinned girl. So first off, I'm just going to ask, does anybody actually know what colorism is?
I think you should just...
Or tokenism?
Or both of them, just give a little...
So I know what colorism is, but I wasn't too sure on the tokenism thing.
Tokenism. Yeah, I mean, tokenism, I only really recently found out what tokenism was. I probably said like a couple of months ago. But I always knew what it was. So tokenism is basically when an organisation or like whether it be a workplace or a brand or whatever, basically they hire a certain amount of people, and they also they hire a smaller amount of minority people to make it seem like they're all about equality and, you know, we hire Indian people or black people too, and this is our vibe. But really and truly, if you was to add up the ratio, there's probably about like 70% white people and like 10% blacks. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So a lot of the time when you see like L'Oreal magazines, or actually not really L'Oreal because they got that True Match foundation now, so they're doing well. But a lot of the time when you see like certain brands, for instance, makeup, before Rihanna started doing her Fenty Beauty and was doing all the shades, what she a lot of the makeup brands would have like about 3 white girls in there and 1 black girl, and half of the time she was lighter skinned. Do you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that in itself is tokenism, if that makes sense.
It's kind of like filling a quota.
You're using a black person or a person of minority, a person of a minority group as a token to make it seem like we are all about equality, so when you're not.
Can you be a victim of tokenism?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
My name's Josh and I've been a victim of tokenism.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that.
Swear down.
I'm actually deep in
Okay, we need a story.
No, because I'm actually deep in what? In 2 private schools that I've been to, in year 3, there was only 2... Was it 2 or 3? There was 2 black people in the whole year. Mm-hmm. So that was in year 3. Then in year 7 as well, there was only 3 black people in the whole year. But then if you look up the other years, you might probably count like 20 in the whole school or something. Like from year 7 to year 11 or something, you know? So with those private schools, is it did them black people have money, or was it a thing where you have to get in by... You have to take a test first and then you get in. And
then cool.
That
That makes sense. Okay, cool.
But was it... I don't know if you would remember this because you were in year 3, but do you remember when you sat the test, do you remember seeing a lot of black people sitting the test? Or do you remember it being like just a handful?
I don't really know, you know. I actually wouldn't be able to remember. It was just like,
yeah. You probably won't even look at it like that, to be honest. So,
None that I can remember like that, but when I know when we was there, there weren't a lot of many people.
I feel like I was a victim of tokenism at a workplace once, and I was working for like this debt collection company, and a very, very, very small one, and I was the only black person there. Only black girl there, only black girl there, and I always felt like there was something, don't get me wrong, everyone else was very nice, even though the director who hired me was very nice, but the CEO I always felt had a problem with me, and then they hired another black girl, and I was just like, yes, thank God, but it was like, I realised that there was a bit of an issue. What confirmed it was when one of the colleagues had said to me, I can't remember my girl's name, let's just call her Michelle. But they were like, oh yeah, Michelle's here, you lot must have a lot in common. And I said, how? We don't have a lot in common. What would make you think that me and this black girl got a lot in common?
The
Tell
colour of your
me.
skin.
Yeah, why can't me and you have a lot in common? You don't know that. Do you know what I'm saying?
But
And
don't you ever, sorry to cut you,
No,
don't
it's
you
fine.
ever look at a job, I don't know, but like when I go to apply for a job in law firms, they post up our people, so they post up pictures of the team.
Yeah.
So me, whenever I go and apply for a job, I automatically go and look at our people and to see if there's black people there, because then I'm just like, okay, then you know they've got they've got a diverse team, and then when there's not as many, I'm just like, where am I gonna fit into this firm? Like how is anyone gonna be able to relate to me? Because although we might not have much in common, there are like we can relate to one another on certain issues. So I know when I go for jobs, I do tend to go look for that. I know that's a bit bad, but
no, I think that you should definitely do that.
Why do you feel like tokenism is bad? I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying. I just want to hear people's opinion.
I think it's a cop out for me, because instead of actually use it, like, okay, for instance, if Rihanna had not done the Fenty Beauty thing, okay. If Rihanna had not done the Fenty Beauty with all the shades, no one would be doing it. I don't think anybody would be doing it. Or these high-end makeup lines would not be making an effort to go all out. I feel like it's just, for me, it's just a way to, it's a cop-out. You just put it in there so no one's on your ass, basically. No one's saying, well, what about us? Do you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Ultimately, I do feel like you can't always please people. But my thing is, why can't we have, if you're even going to put a black girl in there, why can't we have darker skin representation? Why does it have to be a light skin woman? Do you know what I mean?
But then you sent a picture into the group chat, and I can't show the cameras, but I think, let me just pull it up.
It's got Ducky in it. She's a Sudanese model.
So she's dark. In comparison to the other women in the thingy. Do you feel like when they do stuff like that, that is not... That's
still tokenism.
No, it is. But do you feel like to have a white, like all these fair shades, especially like the white women, and then you just drop in a very dark black woman, don't you feel like it just... I don't know.
Makes a black woman don't look good.
It kind of draws attention negatively to the black woman.
Of course it does.
In today's society, you hear it all the time. Like women are saying, like when they were growing up, the only thing that they could see as pretty or good looking was white women with straight hair. And then you've got all these white women standing next to this. Ducky's very pretty, especially her colour. Crazy
it's
colour.
That gloss. Man.
But you've got her standing next to all these white women, and in contrast to a consumer, that's a whoa.
It's in your face. But that's why. But even with that, I don't really want to say it's. I don't want to say it's not their fault, but I guarantee you the creative director behind that was white. She was not black, or she was from some other race. Because you see, if they need to start hiring more people who are going to be creative directors, or hiring more people, hiring more, I don't want to say BAME, but you know what I'm saying, like more people who are black and mixed race or Indian or whatever, people who are of darker skin to start being in these positions. Because for instance, when I was on X Factor, that man did not know how to do my makeup. As soon as I complained about it, I got myself a black makeup artist, fam, and the black makeup artist was doing what needed to be done. Certain people, certain white people can't see it. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't know how to position it and how to put the shades together. Let's be honest. So I think that's what it is. But I don't feel like they really care. I think they're just flinging whatever and call it a day and say, we got ourselves a little black girl, there you go. It happens with actors all the time. You'll have a roster, or like with agencies, you'll have a roster of white girls or whatever, how many other girls, and one black girl, and there'll be another black girl that will come up, want to be part of the agency, and they say, you're not what we're looking for, or we've got what we need. You've got one black girl, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? That's enough for them.
Yeah. But I don't know if anyone watched, is her name Jade? from Little Mix. I don't know.
Yeah.
She did a little. Everyone was upset that she did because she's mixed race, and that kind of brings on to the colorism section of this topic. But she did a little documentary about racism and the Black Lives Matter movement. But she was saying that whenever she went on to like on set and stuff, she never saw anyone that was from an ethnic minority. It's always white creative directors and white art makeup artists and etc. And then the way they would dress her was like she was like the token black girl of the group. So they. Are
you talking about Leanne?
Is her name Leanne?
Leanne, yeah.
And so like in the beginning they made her cut her hair to look
Yeah.
like Rihanna and dyed her hair. Then they used to put her in error caps and twist it to the side so she would have that bad girl, black girl.
Yeah.
And it's just like I don't get why black is perceived as bad. We need to be portrayed as the bad girl or the bad boy or the rude girl or the rude boy. But yeah, that's kind of my little take on it.
I think it mainly does sit in with a lot of the a lot of females, but I do want to move on to like the male situation, because for me, I'm not gonna lie. So we all already know I'm dark skinned. I'm happy to be dark skinned. Do you know what I mean? It's been a struggle. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and act like at some point in my life I did not want to be dark skinned. That is very true. At some point I did want to be way lighter than I was. On my dad's side, everybody is extremely light. On my mum's side, everybody is dark skinned. So I used to always be very conflicted, and I just used to see my dad's side of the family and think, oh my gosh. But I want to know, and Josh, you're part of the dark skin crew. How was it for you in school? Did you ever go through any like issues being dark skinned or whatever? Or
I would say not in secondary school. It would probably only be like primary school. Like you get them times where people joke around saying, "Oh, you're blick, this and that," but it's not white people saying it to me though.
Right.
It's like, black people.
Yeah.
It's obviously black people, innit? But I never really took it personal in that sense, cause so black, you're black, you guys stupid or something like that. It doesn't make any sense to me, but I wouldn't say I took it in like any way. In secondary school it didn't happen at all in the car. Well, especially when I moved over to obviously Edam as well. There's bare black people there. Might bust a 1-2 joke or something.
Right.
But it's a joke and everyone knows it's a joke.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
not taking it personally, innit?
Exactly.
But apart from that, nothing that I couldn't handle or nothing that someone's actually trying to get onto me and really actually, like, you're not trying to do this for laughs, you're actually trying to do it for the
to hurt you. I feel like majority of the time it was as jokes, but I feel like as kids we didn't realise the damage that it could do.
So evil.
Yeah, exactly.
They're really
so
bad.
For me, I didn't like it, but I'm not gonna sit here and act up, bro. I used to put filters on to make me light. I'm not gonna sit here and chat rubbish. But I also feel like I don't know. I just feel like with dark-skinned people, we got hated on very, very hard back in the day. And now, I don't know if it's a thing where people are actually, they like us or if it's a fetish. Do you know what I'm saying? Because now, all of a sudden, because it was about the light-skinned dudes back in the day, was it not, fam? I mean, the light-skinned still holding their little title here and there. but I feel like the light-skinned dudes have taken on this role, like, them man are soft, I don't want to light-skin you, them man are a bit... You get me, a little bit more sensitive than a black man. A black man is seen as strong and rough and he this and that and . But back in the day, that was not the case. That weren't the case. And I feel like, I just feel like with the light-skinned people, not light-skinned people got away with a lot of things, but, let me be careful.
They weren't the butt of the joke. Like, the black girls, black boys were like, oh, you're blick, you look like a monkey. It was very targeted towards darker skinned boys and girls.
I just wanted to say, because when you said it was a fetish, from who? From who? What colour of women?
Oh, I'm talking about from our own community.
Okay, because I was gonna say it was not you, obviously. But in school, the darker girls were onto the darker men as much as everyone else. Do you see what I'm saying? So
really?
What dark?
So.
What dark skin?
I don't think dark skin. I don't think dark skin
back
girl.
in the day loved light skin man.
Oh yeah, light skin man, not dark skin man.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so you said dark skin man still.
Yeah, they were the brunt of cussing them as much as everyone else. That's what I'm saying. They were part of it. So that's why I asked when you said fetish, what fetish? Because if you lot are liking them as well, you lot were on that side. So are you lot joining the fetish as well? Or are you lot actually loving them? Because you lot used to cuss them as well. I'm not saying that you, because it might be you cussing, but what do you think it is for the dark skinned girls themselves? Because
that's what I'm saying.
Because they say it's the white girls are stealing our man, but did the white girls back in the day really cuss the black man in school, or did they love them off?
Yeah,
Let's think about it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So who's the fetish come from? And then where is your, not say you, but where is the issue come in where now the white and the light skinned girl gets hated on, but who really joined the fetish?
I feel like, but this is what I'm saying, is it really like a thing where it's real love? And I do feel like for some of us it is, but I feel like the way that certain things have blown up, so for instance you've got a man you got the dark skinned man eating the Hershey's chocolate. From when I remember that back in like secondary school, and that picture blew up and it was like dark skin. But really and truly, if a dark skin man was moving you, you weren't really on it. You prefer a lighter skin man to move to you. And it was like, if a lighter skin man had a dark skin girl, it was different.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying.
It was definitely different.
Wait, in another way though, yeah. Don't you just think that dark skin like people in general, yeah, have just glowed up as the time's gone on?
I do still, I do.
You see, back in like school, like primary school times, yeah. Hey, I was looking like one Kenyan, innit?
Yeah.
Obviously low cut, red hair, just coming, mark herself and that tall. I was like, do you get what I'm saying? Innit?
Right.
But obviously, as I got older, got a beard and all of that. Obviously, hey, no one can say that to me.
No one can say that to you back then,
do you know what I'm saying? Hey, so like, it could be a bit of that. Like, I don't actually know it. Like,
but we were all young, though, innit? We
like, hear what you're saying though about like, oh yeah, white girls back in the day, like, I didn't hear no white girls really chatting shit like that. You might have some of them white girls that you know they just go for them specific white boys, but then they wouldn't be cussing. But it would be the black ones saying, oh yeah, this and that. But
like I said, but on the last episode, my best friend's white. What's she ever gone for is black man? She's never gone for a white man.
Yeah.
Ever.
I got
so whenever she tells me, not that she speaks to bare man, but whenever she tells me, oh yeah, I'm speaking to you think I ask what colour
yeah,
it is
you
now?
already know. Yeah,
I just
you
say
already know.
I just say what's the name?
Yeah.
How is he? I ain't got time for the what colour is he?
I'm the same.
I just know what it is.
I'm the same. I would know. The only way I wouldn't know that if it was a white man is if my friend told me, yeah, he's white.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
Do you know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, I know that obviously we're talking a lot about like dark skin, the dark skin vibe of it. I do want to ask this, especially for you, Natalie. Have you ever gotten any hate from darker skinned girls because you were lighter?
Might not have said it to your face though. But...
Yeah, but do you ever feel like you got that hate?
It's facts.
I do, like, I don't feel like directly to me. I do remember one time I was standing outside, what's that club like across from, it's in Croydon.
Tiger.
No, it's not Tiger, it's across
Lotus.
from there. No, Lotus is in Clapham.
I
It's closed down now.
Vibe.
The Grand, it's across from that, I can't remember what it's called. But it's closed down now. Anyways, I can't remember. Anyway, so I happened to be standing, it was me, and I happened to be standing with two other mixed race girls, and we were waiting in line for to get into this obviously event. And then these group of black girls were like, look at them, they think they're so nice. Yeah, look at them. They're too young to even get in here, but they think they're so nice they can stand here. And one of the black girls tried to light my friend's hair, like put a lighter to her hair. So we were like, do you know what? This is just dead. Let's just go. But that's the only thing that sticks out in my head. I don't feel like me being a light skin, I've had it bad at all. I feel like I've kind of had it I've had it easy.
Yeah.
In secondary school, I had a friend that was really close to me, and she was dark, like. And all the black boys on the bus used to be like, you're so bleak, you're so ugly, you're so, just look at you, you're so dark, your eyes are yellow, and da-da-da-da. And just used to make me so uncomfortable because I just used to think, why is this the thing? And then even if I would try to speak up, then I would then get cuffed. So then I'm just like, do you know what?
We're just not saying
I'm gonna keep quiet because every time I have tried to say something, I've been dragged like dirtily, like not about my skin colour, but by
the simple fact that you've associated yourself with that person.
Yeah. But I wouldn't say that as a light skin I've had it bad. What about you, Con?
No, I haven't had it bad.
Would you class yourself as light skinned?
No, I say I'm black. But my mum's mixed race and my dad's black. So
I get annoyed with that stuff though, but I do agree you're black still.
I'm black.
Yeah,
and it annoys me.
I do get annoyed when people say, "Well, I'm light skinned and I'm brown skinned and I'm dark." Like, bro, we are. When I hear that brown skin, bro, I see certain man to me, you're dark skinned. You ain't brown skin. What you trying to hold on to? Do you know what I'm saying? You're dark skin. It's for me. There's only two: light skin and dark skin. And that's it. Do you know what I'm saying? Regardless, you're still black. So for me, I get really, really irritated when I hear that whole brown skin stuff. I don't like it when I see in social media handles, brown skin, Barbie, and why do you need to let us... Why do you need to make that a point?
So then if you don't like all the separation, why when... they do like the makeup adverts and that, and they throw in the lighter skinned girls, why do you need to demand the darker skin?
No, that's different. That's different. No, that's different.
No, because light skinned women have always been associated as more prettier than darker skinned women.
Can I tell you something, yeah?
What?
You lot see Raven Simone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Raven Simone is very light, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
If you look at her and That's So Raven, is she not darker?
Yeah. Well, in the recent ones.
No, in her old school ones, the original ones, she's darker in there than she is now. Cool. If you look at her and Bill Cosby, she's the same light skin she was that she is now. I don't know if you know about her track record like that. So this is my point. They used to tan Raven Simone to get her darker. They would rather tan a lighter skinned girl than get a normal black girl there. It makes no sense. They do this even with Latinas. They would rather get a a white woman to say a few little Spanish words than get an actual Latina. It makes no sense. Sorry, but I'll get that. You know what I mean?
Latina, isn't it?
That is just getting someone to do 1-2 Spanish lines. No, that's stupid.
It's silly.
It's
but then that goes back in the day where black people weren't allowed to be performers, and you would have white people going on with blackface. It's the same thing. It's genuinely the same thing.
My thing is, like, I just don't understand. Like, it's a question that I always ask. Like, why does society or people hate black people? Where has this, like, you must really hate us or hate black people, dark skin, to find all these different means of shaming us to me, like, or belittling us in some way or some fashion. Like, why do you hate us so much?
I hear what you're saying with that, yeah, but we don't help ourselves in that situation.
I agree 100%.
Like, literally, that's it as well. Like, I feel like it made it worse as well, innit? Like, with the little, you're dark, this and that, you're like, cool, you're doing it in front of the white people, you know?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing it all in front of the white people, and the next thing you know, you'll be the first one to call them racist if they start doing it to us. Like,
bro, you see that one? Now I'm gonna say something because you said that. You see the Nword. You see when rappers use it, and then they're at concerts, and then they're rapping and they're looking who's saying it.
Yeah, it's silly. Why put it in your song?
I never understood that word because the white man created it to degrade you. So now you want to say it when you're amongst your man them as you're my... For what? I don't get it. You're degrading your bedroom and you're degrading yourself saying it to him because now the white man dead and gone in heaven who started...
He started that stuff,
He's turning in his grave laughing, thinking that these men still carrying on the word.
Yeah.
They're still separating themselves amongst each other. They don't even know it. you see what I'm saying? I hate that word.
No, I agree, and I watched the interview between Jay-Z and Oprah where they were having the debate about the N word, and Oprah was like, "They don't like it. I'm not for it," and Jay-Z said, "Well, we've taken a word that was meant to degrade us back, and like we've taken it and given it a different meaning, but really and truly, no, my G, because it's not really a different meaning because." Yeah, okay, you as black people will say it to each other. As black people, you might say it, you as your friend, you might say it to you, whatever. But really and truly, if a white man is saying that, you're not having it. So how have you taken a word that is so disgusting and given it a different meaning? It makes no sense. If it's a different meaning, everyone can say it.
Before you jump in, that's like Asian people, yeah. Going up to their bedrooms and saying, "Before I go out my packy."
Yeah.
You don't see them do. No,
I was gonna.
I know. Those parts.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like they don't do that.
Yeah.
Because
they don't move like that at all.
They've kept that as the racist word. That's what it is. We're not now gonna try integrate it into our culture and make it seem like something that's lit because that person ain't your, for example.
Yeah.
He's not a packy.
Yeah.
And he's not the N word. You get what I'm saying? So why is it that we, as black people, all of a sudden decide and just go, let's just run it, let's just use it so fluently?
No, I get you. But it's like the word, I don't know, you watch Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Everyone's gonna go on to me.
No, but you do. But haven't you noticed in Real Housewives of Atlanta, yeah, they call each other bitch, but then when someone says bitch in a certain tone, they get proper angry. And I just think, okay, but 5 minutes ago you were saying bitch, and then as soon as someone is like, bitch, then
it's a different tone still.
Shit,
no, I hear what you're saying.
No, but for me, it's like bitch is a bitch. Do you see what I'm saying? So how if I'm saying bitch, if I'm going bitch, has the meaning changed? Like,
and that's how I see that.
No, exactly.
I'll be so real though. Like you see with that, but you're saying, with Jay-Z saying that, you kind of take it. I agree with it, small to a certain extent, to the fact that. Cool, there's a word that's being put out there, and it's being put out by white people to actually degrade us, innit? But if you're actually taking a word now, and you're trying to say that, right, you're not gonna let it affect, like, you're not gonna let the word affect us, like, from using it, this and that, but we still know where it comes from. Like, I'm not gonna let a white man say it to me, but if my brethren are saying like this and that, I actually don't have a problem with it. I'll be so rude, and I know I sometimes even use the word as well, but I don't see it like, I don't get how people can then say, then when a white person says you get mad, because you know where it stems from, innit?
Yeah. Like,
then same way you could say, you know where it stems from, so why using it? But we're not all stupid, like, we've all got a brain, and like, we all know that you say that, like, black people are going to take it in a kind of way, innit? You might hear it in certain songs, but you're still listening to that tune as well.
I'm banging it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll bang it and I'll say it in a song, but really and truly, I feel like it's ignorant. It's ignorant because you know where it comes from. Exactly that. You know where it comes from. You know what that word does. You know what it did to our people. You know how we were treated. Because of that word, we were treated like animals. They didn't even see us as human beings. Nigger is not a nice word. So why would you put that on your brother? It makes no sense to me. Do you understand? And this is what white people have done. They've conditioned us for years and years and years to the point that now we feel like it's okay. It's the same thing like light skin and dark skin thing. You had the darker skinned slaves out picking in the field. You had the lighter skinned slaves in the house. Do you know what I'm saying? Then you had the inbred, not the inbred. I don't want to be rude, but you had the mixed race slaves that were. They were still slaves, but true say they got the semen. They got the masters. What happened? They got the masters. They got the masters' DNA.
Oh, okay.
True say they're half white. Obviously, still his children, so he's going to treat them a different way. And they have conditioned. They've made us like this, fam. William Lynch said it how many hundreds of years ago? Keep niggers separated. If you keep them separated, they will end up turning on each other, and that should last for about. He said that should last for about 300 years. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on it, but it's still happening today. We're so separated.
Or do you think it's getting better?
Worse.
Think it's getting worse?
I don't know if it's getting better. I don't know if it's getting better because you still got. Let's be honest. If it's like there's still like a lot of tension between in our community when it comes to the colorism, that sort of thing. Even even as far as like the Issa Rae and Laura London situation. But anyway, that's another story. But it happens so many times, and it's like I feel bad at times because sometimes as dark skinned women, we it comes across like we're jealous, but we're not jealous, and it's not, you know, we're not envious of those that are lighter skin. But bro, it's just like it's hard, fam. We have always been the bottom all the time. And it's not fair, fam. And now because dark skin is in, all of a sudden, you like us. Well, what happened to when you was calling me molasses or whatever, or tar or blick back in the day, bro? And you said you could only see my teeth. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, and even though as kids, no one understands.
You know what she said? The teeth. I didn't want to look at him.
Was just laughing.
No, because you know what it was? I'm not gonna lie. It took me back to year 10 as a kid hearing it, so I thought, let me not even look.
Hey, turn the light off. Hey, someone smile. We got to, get the darkest person to see.
Smile.
Now you see this.
But how did you come up with this bullshit?
But this is things that even the older years would do. So it's just like, even though yes, it might not, it's a joke and it's funny. You don't know how them scars could, and that person might go along with it, but really and truly, that is something that is. It still hurts, and subconsciously you still think about it to the day. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's a horrible, horrible feeling. I used to have a lot of... So my best friend back in the day was mixed race. You know one thing I used to hate? I used to hate walking down the street or going to an event and she would get moved to and I would even be looked at. Don't crack up.
It's to me. I knew already.
I would genuinely be, and man wouldn't even look at me, fam. I was completely invisible. I wouldn't even get a hello.
Yeah, I get you.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Bad mind.
Yeah, it's too much. And even to this day, I'm like, if my friend gets moved to, I just turn my back, fam. I'm just going to take myself out of the situation. Because somewhere in my mind, I still feel like I'm still that girl that no one used to chat to and everything there. When man them used to move to me, when I was in year 9 and man them started to move to me, I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
What's happening, fam? Why'd you like me, bro? Why'd you want to chat to me?
What's the ulterior motive?
Yeah, what is the ulterior motive?
Yeah.
So, I just feel like our community has definitely been conditioned in a certain way, and I feel like once we get out of our own way, we just got so much ignorance and it's so irritating. You've got man them saying, even though I was on Instagram today and they were like, one dirty little man with crusty lips and his braids were just dead out, talking about coloured wigs don't look good on dark skins the way it looks on light skins.
I want to hear this hair topic. I want to talk about it, to be fair, because where'd you get off? Where'd you get off? If I want to wear red lipstick, I want to wear a purple wig. Where'd you get off? Go away. Like, just leave me alone.
No, but you don't have to like me, and you don't have to like my hair.
Exactly.
But when her tweet came out about what she was saying about dark-skinned girls with shaved heads and how we look like Stormzy or whatever, I couldn't take it. I unfollowed. Stop. I genuinely couldn't take it.
I never heard it. It's the first time, so it's like you know what it is? Listen, if you just drop something, I just automatically laugh. No matter how deep it is, I'm one of them people.
No, I hear it.
You know what I'm saying?
But for me, I was so upset, and I couldn't believe that she could say. I couldn't believe she could say such a thing, especially seeing that she's half Somali.
Yeah.
I was like, you are in no position to talk.
Position.
No offense, because I love my Somalian people. Then, do you get me? Big up.
And all that.
But for me, I was about to say big up in Jeddah, but anyway.
ain't that slang, innit? I get back to the point when we start talking about food, bro. Come on.
But really and truly, my jam is Somalian. So I was thinking for you to talk about dark-skinned girls and having their shaved heads, that's a very ignorant comment because back in Africa, do we not shave off our heads?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Is that not beautiful? When we have the braids and all of that, even when we put the plate in our lip, that's beauty, you know? That everybody's got their own view of beauty, but in that kind of culture, that is seen as very beautiful.
I think that's what they use to get the men or something.
Do you get me?
There's some
so who are you to
traditional-
say that? And even though, yes, she was still very young at the time, it's just the ignorance. And, you know, I don't hold it to her now, but it just made me feel like rotted. The same with, I think Steph London must have, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not too sure. But I think maybe Steph London had said some things about some dark-skinned girls. And her best friend is dark. So how does that fit? How does that go together?
This is what I wanted to say. Just love your skin, fam.
No
matter what, no
100%.
matter what is coming your way, I get it. It's hard, and sometimes you might grow up, especially for the younger people, because we're older now. We could probably look at someone and say, "Allow it, whatever. I'm me." Do you know what I'm saying? Especially when you're younger, I get it. You're always going to be questioning why am I always getting cast this way? Why am I? I get it, but as you get older, I'm just saying that just have the fit skin. Just love your skin, bro. Because I'll give you an example. So from you lot was born, you lot have obviously been this colour, yeah. You've gone through school. Now everyone's known you from year 7 to year 11.
Yeah.
This colour. Everyone's known you from college to this colour. Everyone's known you from uni to the end of uni. Your colour. Work. Your colour. Yeah. I got this in year 8. Do you know what I'm saying? So I got it in the peak where children are just rank.
They're horrible.
Rank. But I already said to myself already. Any comment, I'm slapping you.
Yeah.
I'm not on this. What do you mean? We're beefing, we're fighting, that's it.
Yeah.
No one said nothing in school. No one said anything except one person. But whatever. No one said anything. But this is what I'm saying. I embraced it from the minute I got it.
Yeah.
So the minute I got it was this little spot. That's the first spot I had. And it hasn't changed. And it hasn't, look, it's the same spot.
And you actually
You're lying.
I remember it all the time, bro. Because I remember my brother saying at one point my left leg looked like Africa. You know my brother, he's an idiot. I was just bopping and he was like, look at you, brother, your knee, you favour Africa. I said, shut up. You know what I'm saying? But that was the first spot I got, yeah. And then obviously year 9 it spread. And then when it was the legs and the arms, at first it was like, no one can see it, it's calm.
Yeah.
But then I got a spot on my face.
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh, okay, this is a bit peak.
Yeah.
But then when the pattern started coming, I said,
Yeah.
yo.
Yeah, no,
I
for
said,
real.
this is cold.
But
You know what I'm saying?
this is the thing. When you get your pattern, it looks.
But this is what I'm saying. And then
way
even the other day,
easier.
someone was like, oh, it's coming back, excited. I was like, nah, man, that's dead. They
So
was like,
do
what do you mean? I said, I want to be like this now. I don't want to go
So
back.
if you were still staying like Jamaica, it would just all come
I'll go
back.
back, fam. That's why I might have to just stay in England till I'm dead, because I like it. This is
Yeah.
me now, but
Do you like
not-
people asking you questions about it though?
If you ask me, you can ask me. That's what I'm saying. I've embraced it to a point where if you ask me about it, I'm just gonna inform you and move on with my day. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna
It's not gonna
I'm
hinder
not
your
gonna
day.
I'm not gonna
10 minutes.
yeah, I'm not gonna sit at anyone and go, what are you asking me for? Blah blah. Because to me, it's the same as someone trying to get to know someone on a to do with racism or something. Like if they wanted to know something, they know it. I know
They
it's
need to
just my
ask
skin.
questions.
They need to ask. So when they come to me, I don't mind it. I've got people who come up to me and have one little spot, and they'll be like, oh my God, I've got a date next week. I haven't told her. How's she gonna feel? And I said, big man, look at me. Yeah, that's the same thing I say. I said, big, bro, you think I got time to ramp with her and be like, yo, I said, big man, look at me. And he's like, yeah. I said, you don't think I don't chat to girl? I said, you don't think, I said, I don't business. I said, furthermore, bro, if you sit at that table and she doesn't like you, you just hit a jackpot, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I said, you don't have to go through that. I said, because there's someone who's going to look at you when you're at that date speaking, yeah, and they're just going to be like,
That's
looking at you.
me.
And then when when she's supposed to reply, she's like, oh, sorry, what? She's admiring what's on you. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel it is with black people, mixed race, whatever you are, fam, just embrace it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but as black
100%.
people, I feel like together we have to do better.
No, we definitely do.
We have to
And
do better.
it's hard. It is hard talking about skin color because there's so many different branches to it. But I do agree with what you're saying. It's time for us to start loving ourselves a lot more, and also just being very mindful of other people as well. Do you know what I mean? Understanding that just, don't be so ignorant to the shades that you are and loving all kind of shades that we got going on. Do you know what I mean?
And just don't also take people for face value. I'm not just a skin colour.
Yeah.
I'm more than my skin tone.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, man, remind me of some India Irene now.
Because you got to deep it like before we cut. Yeah, there's, for example, there's white women out there that look at black women and want to have what they have.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I know there's a big divide out there, yeah, like between the colours, and even there's a big divide between black people and then black people and mixed race people. It happens, yeah. But there's still people out there that, bro, let's be real, we've got the latest cultures. No one can, you know what I mean? Like, you deep it, when they go out, everyone wants to rave to our things. Everyone wants to, whether it's Afro beats or dancehall, that's all they want to hear. They don't care about nothing else. Do you know what I mean? That's when the party's lit, when the black music comes on.
Yeah.
That's it. So it's like, that's what everyone's in tune to that now, and I feel like everyone just is coming together slowly, yeah. But I still think it's a big divide because of ourselves.
I agree.
Yeah,
not
we
saying,
are the catalyst.
Not saying that the white people still ain't racist or every race is racist.
Yeah, like,
every race is racist.
White people are always going to stay, sorry, not all white people, but the white race is always going to stay doing what they're doing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Down at us,
looking down at us.
Course.
But I do also feel like as black people, we can do better within our community, and we can really make a conscious effort to come together and to let the barriers down, because at the end of the day, the Jews do it. Me and Tariq was talking about the other day, fam, how our Indian friends are up, fam. Do you know what I mean?
No one can penetrate the Jewish community, Nobody can
Indian man,
Sri
Lankan man, them man community there, they work for
but this is what I'm saying.
each other.
You think when they come over here, the white man was like, oh, hello.
Yeah,
no. It was, what are you brown people doing here? What are you black people doing here? But
and they just stick together.
Fam, they put the skin on and they said, listen, whatever happening, man, stick it on it. You know what I mean? And I feel like, even with us, we get the first thing and it breaks the skin a bit. And then we try to wrap it round, back on, but then one comment, it breaks 10 times. And then we try to wrap it once. And then, you know what I'm saying? But all the things just break. And even when we see other black people doing well, or other mixed race people doing well, it's just always...
there's always some envy.
Comment. It's always got to be a comment.
Envy.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No, it's so true.
Yeah, no, I agree. I do agree with that. That is
it's so true. And it's just sad, but it's what it is.
Very sad, but I feel like together we can definitely do better. I feel like hopefully at some point, later on down the line, our community will be one that is like the Jews and the Indians. And
I don't think we'll see it in our life.
No, I said that to Tariq. I said I doubt we'll see it in our lifetime.
No, it is.
Which is fine.
Yeah, no, it's true.
But
we won't ever see that.
Nah.
It's like me always saying I'll never see Arsenal in Champions League.
Anyway.
I stick to those two.
But we're going to end it here. I think we're going to end it here. It was great having this discussion. I really liked this one, by the way.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like the last one. She was happy in the last one.
No. But this one was a nice little one still. But anyway, yes, guys, you've heard it from us. Colourism, tokenism, you know what it is. Have the conversation. It's very important. Make sure you catch us every other Thursday. We'll be dropping it on our YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for the notifications, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
Bye.